Hello everyone. Welcome back. Whatever. I'm Kris. This is the deadliest drink ever, Liquid Death, a water company. I've never had it. I've seen it. Never had any interest in drinking it. But before we get started, there's a thanks button on the channel. You can donate. You don't have to. You can request videos. Subscribe if you aren't. If you do, click the bell. If you are subscribed, see if you've clicked the bell for reasons. And if you don't want to do any of that, just give a thumbs up. All right? So, let's get into the video.
I think this might be my new segment. I'm going to call it Angry Case Studies, and I'm just going to go over my favorite and least favorite businesses and why they're awesome or why they suck. Today we're talking about Liquid Death. It is the most savage company on the internet, and it has the best marketing team on the planet. Now that's a pretty big statement by me, so how do I know they have the best marketing team on the planet? Well, the company is only 4 years old. It was started in 2019, and today they are worth $700 million, which is really impressive for any company, but it's unbelievably, incredibly impressive when I tell you that all this company sells is water in a can and merch promoting their water in a can. Yeah. I'm gonna say that again, but slower. They take water, shit that's basically free, stick it in a can, and then sell it for like $3.50 a can, and now they're worth $700 million. All right, before we go any further, I do have to say this. I'm not affiliated or associated with Liquid Death in any way, shape, or form, even though I tried to be. I tried to get them to sponsor this video and sponsor my whole channel if I could, but they didn't get back to me, so I am not affiliated with them at all, so the rest you can take at face value. I am, however,
I'm not affiliated, but I'm willing to be. I'm willing to drink their water. I'm hydrated. I'm accepting sponsorships.
Affiliated with today's sponsor, Zydex, custom gaming PCs built right here in America with American-made tech support. They have pre-built models ready to go, or they can build any custom computer you want to pretty much any spec you want. Go check them out. I'll have a link and a discount code down below. Let's get back to the video. So here's what happened. The guy that founded the company, Mike Cesario, was at a Vans Warped Tour concert, and he realized that all the people that were performing on stage were drinking Monster energy drinks all day, every day, which clearly is humanly impossible. So he got closer, investigated, and he realized that they weren't actually monsters, they were Monster tour water, basically Monster cans that Monster put water inside of so that athletes and band members and people that were performing could drink water and not drink Monster and die while they were doing whatever they're doing. To which Mike, the founder of Liquid Death, is like, wow, that's kind of fucked up and misleading. What if I did the same exact thing, except I just sold it as water and made water cool like Monster and beer and energy drinks are cool? So that's what he set out to do. Okay, step number one, get it a cool name. Liquid Death, the coolest name possible. It's absolutely perfect. Why would you call water Liquid Death? Because that's exactly what it is, okay? I've been saying this for years. Any body of water that's too big to fit in my cup is too much. Now, this is gonna be an unpopular opinion, but swimming is dumb and the ocean is absolutely terrifying. Now, is that because I was a fat kid growing up and I didn't like taking my shirt off in front of girls? Perhaps, but also maybe I'm onto something, because think about it, 10 billion, mammalian, fafillion years ago, fish were floating around in the ocean and they're like, man, this kind of fucking sucks. We should evolve us some legs so we can leave. And then they did that and they left. What's that? You're not convinced? Don't worry, I can keep going. Let's have a look at the license plate of the worst state in the country, Minnesota. The home of 10,000 lakes. Coincidence? I think not. Now, if you've never been to the state of Minnesota, let me break it down for you. It's like they took the state of California and said, how can we get rid of all the redeeming qualities of California, which is like the weather. They got rid of the weather. It's just cold California. That's all that state is. Now, is that because of all the large bodies of water around the state? Probably not, but you know what is? All of the bugs. Do you have any idea how many fucking mosquitoes you have when you have 10,000 lakes? They are the biggest mosquitoes I've seen in my entire life. I'm fairly confident it's their state bird. Okay, look, I'm just guessing, but your football team...
It's a state bird. Oh, man, that one hit hard. I'm pretty sure it's a state bird. Wow. Wow. All right.
Would probably be a lot better if they could practice without being attacked by blood-sucking hummingbirds all the time. Okay, look, if you're from Minnesota, don't take it personal. I'm just kidding. I love you guys. I'm from Iowa. I'm contractually obligated to make fun of you. I'm probably just jealous that you guys have a pro football team and I don't. But to be fair, we do have the same number of Super Bowl wins. The point I'm trying to get to is that Liquid Death...
Oh. Oh.
Is the absolute perfect name for water. Everybody's freaking out about Panera's lemonade killing like 2 or 3 people over the course of 5 years. Meanwhile, water's out here sinking the entire Titanic and nobody bats an eye. So now they've got the perfect name, now they need the perfect tagline and the perfect mission statement. The tagline is going to end up being "Murder Your Thirst," which is fantastic. And then their mission statement is "Death to Plastic," basically justifying why they have their water in a can because, you know, plastic bottles are bad for the environment and save the turtles and all that bullshit. So they've got the perfect product, now they just have to launch a viral ad campaign, and to do that, they're gonna model off of energy drinks and alcohol, which is perfect because those are the 2 things that are so well marketed that people will actually go out and spend their money to buy merchandise. Which is basically, they've marketed the product so well that not only are people gonna buy that product, but people are gonna buy additional products like shirts, hoodies, jackets, hats, whatever, so that they can buy that and wear it, turn themselves into a walking piece of advertisement to let the rest of the world know, hey, I associate with this product and I'm cool too.
Can I tell a story real fast? I apologize. So when I was 14, me and a friend got in trouble we got arrested for illegal possession. We had set out, there was some beer at a grocery store, and one of the guys who worked there used to steal the beer. We saw him set it back, so we just went out, took it outside, set it out the back door. Well, I guess he had walked by and saw that his beer was missing and saw it was outside. He knew he didn't do it. Then he waited to see who picked it up. There was a couple of kids, so we got arrested. One of the things, not arrested, we court supervision for a year, probation. It's the same thing, just probation is, court supervision was more for kids, whatever, it's the same kind of thing. And we had to do community service, 32 hours of community service. One of the things that I had to do community service for was this, it was like a festival kind of thing. Well, the festival was sponsored by Bud Light. And for me to be there, to volunteer, as a 14-year-old kid, I had to wear a Bud Light shirt. Bud Light was a beer I got busted with. But I had to wear a Bud Light t-shirt and show people where to park. And I was there for like 2 hours. That was the end of my 32 hours. But I had to wear a shirt sponsoring the company that I had been busted with. And I had that shirt for the longest. That didn't fit me anymore, but I kept it for the longest time just as nostalgia. I might actually still have it somewhere buried in one of my closets over there. But yeah, it was just a little haha.
How you do, fellow kids?
So that's the plan. How are they going to accomplish it? Step 1, they're going to make a commercial, and that commercial is going to begin with a woman declaring herself as a paid actress.
I'm a professional actor, and I'm getting paid to tell you about a revolutionary new product.
She then proceeds to explain why water is metal as fuck.
Water is deadly. It kills innocent surfers and snowboarders and kayakers. Every year, water is responsible for thousands and thousands of deaths. Energy drinks only kill like, what, 1 or 2 kids?
And then it pans out to reveal that she's been waterboarding some dude with liquid death the entire time. It's the perfect commercial for this product. Now this is the point in time where the money's gonna start rolling in, okay? Here's the plan. We're gonna take that money and then we're gonna launch our new initiative. Remember, our mission statement is death to plastic. We don't like plastic bottles. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna use all our profits to pay for postage for our fans and other people to mail empty plastic bottles back to Coca-Cola and Pepsi to troll the rest of the industry. Okay, not only are they gonna break into the food and beverage industry in like 2020, they're gonna talk shit while they do it. Do you understand how unprecedented that is? Do you understand how hard it is to break into the beverage industry? It's virtually impossible because Coca-Cola's got that shit on lock because they started off way back in the day on easy mode when it was legal to put cocaine inside of your soda. Obviously, they've got a cult following, okay? Just for the record, if you don't know, cocaine is bad for you. Does it smell great? Absolutely. For legal reasons, that was a joke. Moving on. Seriously, it's like me versus versus my grandparents at buying a house in our 20s. Back in the day, they paid like $5 and half a bag of Skittles for a 5-bedroom house, and now that house is worth like $3 million. Do you understand how hard it is to overcome that much of a head start? I mean, look at Pepsi. When they first came out, they couldn't get any market penetration against Coca-Cola because it was motherfucking Coca-Cola. They literally had to go out and buy the entire chain of Taco Bell and KFC just so they could get restaurants to have Pepsi products so that they could get people to try their shit. The point I'm trying to get to is it's virtually impossible to break into the beverage industry, and these guys did it for virtually no money at all, and it's absolutely incredible. So everything's going good. They're selling cans of water. They're selling every kind of merch you can imagine: shirts, hats, water bottles, fucking snare drums, LED signs, anything under
a watch
the sun they're selling, because their branding is that powerful. Then they take it to the next level and they start selling flavored sparkling water, which is absolutely genius because nobody's ever made flavored sparkling water cool. I mean, let's face it, most men would never ever in a million years consider drinking sparkling water in front of their friends, okay? You gonna show up to your buddy's garage with a 6-pack of Perrier or LaCroix? Absolutely not. Okay, look, I'm a grown-ass man. I love all my...
I don't drink that stuff, but I do drink the sparkling water. Oh man, I found them at like Dollar General. There's some at Walmart. There's like lemon lime. It's pretty good. It's not in a can. Doesn't look fancy. But I'll drink the hell out of those. I'll drink the death out of those.
My friends, I could call up any one of them at 3 a.m. on a Tuesday and they'll help me bury a body in a cornfield with no questions asked. But if I start drinking fucking Perrier in front of them, the shit talking is going to continue for the rest of forever.
We? No, we are not French. We're American because you're in America, okay? Greatest country on the planet.
But now that's not the case, because I can show up with an 8-pack of tall boys that look like energy drinks or Four Locos, and it's called Liquid Death. Nobody's gonna bat an eye. Buh! Are you really willing to overpay on water in a can just to maintain your fragile masculinity? Buh! You're fucking A-right I am. In fact, I'm gonna go buy a lift kit for my truck as soon as I get done filming this YouTube video so I can jack it 10 feet in the air and never take it off-road ever again. All jokes aside though, this product is actually genuinely cool, because if you're an adult going to a party, you can bring this if you don't want to drink alcohol and nobody's gonna bat an eye, and you don't have to have that awkward "here's why I'm not drinking" conversation. And for somebody like me who drinks energy drinks and beer, and my kid wants to be like dad, I can give him a can of something that's not bad for him and he can drink that too, and he gets to feel cool. And they're actually starting to target kids specifically. I mean, here's their new mascot, Murder Mountain. He's got a can for a head, eyes for nipples, he's wielding a giant axe, and he cuts people's heads off, and they're gonna make it a new Fortnite skin, which I'm sure they're spending millions of dollars to do. But for the first time ever, I feel pretty okay with a company targeting kids in their advertising, because it's genuinely good for them. It's not Monster with their 54 grams of sugar per can. It's not fucking cigarettes trying to make candy flavored cigarettes. It's not vape so my kid can blow a cumulonimbus cloud out of one of his nostrils that smells like fucking Fruit Loops. It's just water. They're making drinking water cool again. And the coolest part about this is if you try to stop Liquid Death in their mission from making drinking water cool, they will absolutely roast you. Got a couple of different examples, starting off with my personal favorite. They recently came out with a new line of tea, and one of the tea flavors was obviously the classic half tea, half lemonade known as the Arnold Palmer. They wanted to stay on brand. They also wanted to give the nod to the heritage of the drink, so they named it Armless Palmer, which I thought was a perfect nickname. Now, apparently, whoever owns the trademark for the beverage of Arnold Palmer didn't find that funny at all, and they decided to send them a cease and desist letter telling them they had to rename that drink or quit selling it altogether. At which point, Liquid Death, realizing they didn't have the money to go toe-to-toe with these enormous beverage companies, said, you know what? Fine, we'll go ahead and rename it. To which they did. It's now named Dead Billionaire. Okay, now personally, I think that's hilarious. I believe in talk shit, get hit. However, a bunch of people on the internet got really mad about that. Now, here's the thing with that. Most of those people on the internet that got mad at that were people that would never ever drink Liquid Death in a million years anyways, so ultimately it doesn't really matter. And now, all the people that do drink Liquid Death, every time somebody asks what it is, they get to tell that really funny story. While we're talking about people being angry, let's go over what they do with the angry comments that they receive. They have an in-house metal band and turn the comments into song titles. I'm gonna go ahead and read you some of those right now. Quote, "It's dumb, I won't buy it. Fuck whoever started this. Worst name for a water company. Huge tools. You deserve your mouth pissed in. This is very demonic. Murder myself. Go fuck yourself. Good try, Satan. Blood everywhere?" I thought this was alcohol. So in conclusion, that is a story of how a company that decided to put water in a can went from zero to $700 million in the span of 4 years. And if you care about the business aspect, I think the biggest takeaway from Liquid Death is that they managed to take a product, something that was completely neutral to absolutely everybody. Water. There was no good water, there was no bad water, and they made it controversial. They made people feel something about their particular brand of water. Whether that was love or hate was person to person, but they felt something, and you can monetize something, but you can't monetize nothing. I mean, think about it. If somebody hates Liquid Death, it means that they're watching and they don't like what Liquid Death is doing, but regardless, Liquid Death still gets to monetize their viewership. And then, if somebody loves it, it's also because they're watching, and not only do they get to monetize their viewership, they get to sell them a product on top of that. Bearing that in mind, thank you for watching. If you hate what I'm doing, go ahead and keep watching so you can keep hating it. And if you like what I'm doing, best way to support the channel is go buy some merch over at thefatelectrician.com. Clack, bang, out.
I'm not a I'll buy water. I have a big thing I'll take to work with, a big thermos, when I fill that with cold water, so I'm fine. If I do buy water, I don't really have a brand. The more water and the less, the cheaper the cost. Pretty much how I look at it. But I didn't know they made tea. I don't mind tea. I got in this right here, as he was saying, Arnold Palmer, which is tea and lemonade. I actually have iced tea, and it's called Orange Dream, but it's basically just like sugar-free orange juice. And so I've got that mix because I need to make more lemonade. And you need more tea in this because the orange is stronger for some reason. The lemonade is more tangy, and the orange juice is more. But I do like tea. I'm trying to drink that so I drink less soda. None of this, you don't care about any of that. But anyways, maybe you related to some of it. Who knows? I hope you enjoyed the video. We're going to end this here. And until next time, have a good day, have a good night.